Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is TJC Gaming and this is another episode of GT Sport Race Rewind, where we go through the live stream and watch the replay from the live stream that we had a couple of days previously. And I hope to God I did not tape over my episode of Baywatch, because I was really saving that. Oh dear. But anyway, let's get into it, guys. So please like the video and please subscribe also if you're new to the channel. Liking the video really helps with the algorithm and gets us more views, and that would be great. Thank you very much. So here we go. This is the night race in Group 2 cars from NURB24 from the live stream. This is a 2-lap race, and we started in our customary, it seems, 4th position again. And this race is full of interesting incidents, and you will see a crash that I kind of calls, but you will also see someone get buzzed down the Baz straight, a move that you may not have seen in quite a while. So we're coming down the straight here, and so far so good. I'm thinking right now I just want to keep in the tow and keep everyone behind me, to stay behind me. And this race was very fast in the Group 2 cars, especially at night time as well, and you really can't see a great deal away from your headlights. It's obviously a very tricky track in the dry and in the daytime and the dark, sorry. But in the dark especially, you've really got to know where your braking points are, and you've got to make sure you hit them too. So I'm just getting attacked from behind there by Oppa, and he gives me a little flash of the lights just to say hello, and we'll see more of that later too. So I've dropped off a little bit here. I've got to pick up the pace. I've got to stay in that 7 tenths, 8 tenths of a second slipstream, because I've really got to try and move up the field here. So we're coming round onto Nordschleife. I'm getting quite close to Jesco here. I've started to pick up the pace, and I'm right behind him there, literally just a few centimeters between my bumper and his. But we're going to have a slight issue very shortly, because Jesco is going to clip a curb, and I'm going to go in the back of him, which causes him to spin, as you can see here. So this is what you should do if you knock someone off, guys. Just stop, let them retake their position, even if it costs you places. So from there I've gone down from 4th to 7th place, back up to 6th again, because we had an accident as well. So now I'm really on the back foot, and I've really got to get some points here. At the minute I'm only going to get 1 point if I stay in 6th place. So I have the battle on my hands here, and I've really got to get past some guys. I've got to get up as high as I can to achieve more positions. So the replays on this game for the night tracks look absolutely incredible. I think you can agree. And you get the sparks coming from the under tray as well. When it, oh man, it just looks so good. And just there are some sparks too. But anyway, sparks aside, someone's just gone off there, so I'm back up into P5. We just overtook the Frenchman there. So far, okay, it's going a little bit better than it was, and we're right behind Jesco again. So we've got to keep on his tail. We've got to make sure that we try and overtake or try and pressure him into a mistake that we don't actually physically cause. So in this race, the qualifying was pretty intense for it too. All the guys were going flat out, and yeah, we had some very fast guys in the lobby for this stream, and I hope for the next stream that we have coming up we have some fast guys in as well, because something special is going to get planned very shortly that I'll tell you guys about very soon. So the ideal is just to keep the race in line and not crash, like we discussed in the previous video as well, even though we saw me crash up a couple of times in there, but it didn't really cause me anything because I still managed to get the win, which was pretty awesome as well. So we're just coming down to the slowest part of the circuit here. You've got to be very careful with the apex there, a little bit of a wiggle, and we're just safely through too. I just kind of wish that they brought rain to the Nürburgring. They brought rain to a couple of different tracks, but they never gave us rain on this one, so that's a bit of a shame. So yeah, hopefully GT7 will have rain for Nürburgring and all tracks and all weathers, because if you just imagine this race in nighttime in the wet, it could be something truly spectacular, but I guess that's something for PS5 to handle. So Jesco goes wide there, I slip on the inside, I take through the position, and now we're up into 4th place. So just as easy as that, a small tiny mistake, a lapse in concentration, and that was just a repeat really of the incidents that we had in the last race, where we managed to go up a place, and the same place too, and we managed to get behind Void. So that being said, now it's time to get your head down, hit all those apexes, make sure you're not going to stick it in the hedge and do something stupid. And at this point I'm obviously in full attack mode. After making a mistake at the start like that and having to drop back, which is a gentlemanly thing that we all should do. So you've got to lead by example, you know. I've really got to get my head down here, and I've got to chase the car in front. So the next car in front is going to be Oppa. Now Oppa's a fast guy as well, fast Dutch guy, and he drives the wheel too. So whenever me and Oppa normally see each other on track, we normally flash our headlights or our indicators as well. But I'm going to try to get as close as I can to him and try to get his attention, because I'm really desperate to get on that podium place, and I really want to get up there and get those points back as well. So if you're paying attention and looking really closely, you can see I'm seriously pushing this car and the limits of the track as well, getting all the way over the curbs like that. Just a little bit too much on that occasion, but I'm really pushing mega hard to catch up, because I know that I'm going to catch Oppa, and I know that I'm going to push mega hard to get there, to overtake. So my top tip for driving the Group 2s cars on this track or any other is you want to maximize the high downforce they have. So the faster you go in a car with high downforce, the more grip that you generally have through the corner. So don't be afraid to push these cars, just don't push them too hard, in the sense that you're driving offline, getting dirt on those tires and spinning. So you just want to push them as hard as you can, but you've got to know your limits as well. So if you're new to these cars or you want to get better with these cars, don't be afraid to push them fast through the corners at all. So we're coming to close the lap almost now. We're coming to the final straight, and that's a very quick lap as well. You know, you're going these cars, the faster than the Group 3 cars that we drove in the last replay. And yeah, we're on the line here, and you can see everyone you got in front of you. And this reminds me when I was a kid, you know, watching night racing on the TV. And yeah, a quick flash of the lights here to kind of get Oppa's attention, but you're going to see a bit more of that as well later on. But yeah, I remember watching like TV when I was a kid, and night racing and stuff like that, and having like a scale electric set with like race cars with like lights on them, so you could turn the light off and drive them around in the dark on the track. Oh man, I remember that very vividly. So cool. Anyway, back to the replay. So we're closing the end of lap 1, and Oppa is still in my sights. The other guys are in front as well. We've got Void Sector in second place and Jebber in first place at this point. So it's all about keeping those braking points. I'm not out braking stuff in the turn 1. I keep it nice and tight here for turn 2, and keep it smooth to the inside, and then put my foot on the floor and then just get out of there as fast as I possibly can. So I want the best possible run I can get into the actual Nürburgring Grand Prix section to maximize all these corners and apexes and exits also. So recently I've been working on my exit speed as well, and I've made some good improvements there. I feel like I'm still improving as a driver, and I still have a lot more speed to come in me, because obviously anyone has the capacity to be A+, but yeah, everyone can still get fast at this game the more you practice. So we're coming through the section now, and so far it's looking very promising, because I can see myself catching Oppa, you know, just a tenth here or there, you know, the thousandths, and they all add up and they make a massive difference to catching the player in front of you up. So we're going to push on now. We're approaching the transition to the actual Nordschleife, which is one of my favorite parts. This next corner coming up, this right-hander, I love maximizing that line there and going through there. I get such a thrill with that corner. It's one of my favorite corners in the entire circuits in this game. It really is a very rewarding corner, and I love the feeling and the thrill that you get from going through there. And same with this downhill section here as well. You can really push it and make some good gains here. Really on the ragged edge. You can just see from my driving, I'm seriously pushing this now. Yeah, I love that, the way the car hops and bounces over the curves too. So my plan here is to try and catch Oppa roughly around the Baz Straight if possible, because you have the two long straights coming up now after this like bend here. Go up through the Flugplatz, the fast right-hander, full speed in this car, so don't lift through that corner too. And I'm trying to get him at the next long straight, so if I can get in that toe, then I know I've got half a chance of just getting by at that point, and then see if I can make any further progress up the field from there too. And the sparks coming from the under tray of these things, man, I love Super GT cars. They're just like so cool, aren't they? They really are good. So we can see Oppa now, and yeah, there's not a lot of cars in this replay, not in this part of the circuit anyway. So we're just going to focus on Oppa's car sparking, my car sparking, you know. Oh man, see, the nighttime really brings that out in the cars. So I was really fast for this section, explained in the previous video, and I was super fast through the Group 2 cars for that section there. And you can just see me creeping on Oppa, just slightly, getting closer and closer and closer. And so I know that my plan's working, because we're running out of time to come down to what we've discussed before, is what me and Void call the Baz Straight. So here we go, I've got him right in my sights now. I am in slipstream range in Group 2. So I'm flashing my lights and he's flashing his indicators back to me to let me know that he sees me, he knows I'm there. So yeah, this is where you got to keep as close as you can, and coming down to the slowest part of the circuit again. Keeping that slipstream, don't go too wide through the dirty air, and don't lose any grip as you come through the exit. So I'm flashing him again, I'm on a mission. I'm just trying to tell him that basically, you know, I've caught you really quickly, man. I need to go past you, I'm faster. So, you know, if I stick one down the inside, you know, just try not to fight it too hard, because I'm really going to try my best to come through here. So here we go now. We're coming through the long sweep. I'm so close now. I'm right behind him. I'm just going to get lined up perfectly at the exit here. I'm in his toe, foot to the floor, and this is where we're really going to see something cool. So quick flash of the lights again, and now I'm in serious mode activated. I'm going to do what's known as the Baz and the Baz Straight, but I'm going to do it on the inside. So he stays wide the outside, I go down the inside, full power, leave a gap between us, and I'm through into third place. So I Bazed Oppa down the Baz Straight. So that was a very good and very rewarding move too. So at this point here now, we're just going to try and push up as high as we can to see what else we can catch in the race. And Oppa's just hanging on to me there, so that's pretty good to see. So just coming through into the carousel. So time is running out on the lap. When you get to the first big carousel here, you know you're coming towards the end of the full lap of the Nürburgring itself, and onto Old Nürburgring here, and just trying to maximize all those corners. And this was a very enjoyable race, as Oppa, oh, he goes over the curb and he slightly loses it there, and he's lost like a huge chunk of time. So unlucky there, Oppa. But yeah, this replay angle here looks awesome. Coming down through here super fast, left right over the curbs, and in doing so just trying to maximize everything else that I can as well. Everything about performance and making sure that I don't crash off is exactly how to go fast with this car here. So over the curbs again, quite nice and wide now, and coming through the sweeping arc. And time is running out in front of me. If I'm going to catch Void, or if I'm going to catch P1 as well at the front, I'm going to really have to get my skates on. But I think the damage has been done, in the sense that I had to obviously come off the power earlier to let the chap regain his position. But all is fair. Just what you kind of have to do if you cause an accident. So it looks like we're gonna finish P3 here, so we're on our way down into the final straight, and oh dear, I think I've maximized a little bit too much there and just been a little bit of a noob, but it doesn't matter. There's a big gap in front of me, there's a relatively big gap behind me as well. So I think it's fair to say that we're going to finish P3 in this one. So a podium result from starting 4th place again isn't too bad, considering I had to drop back to 7th place at the start. So yeah, these races just go so quick. Nürburgring Castle there on the hill, all lit up, looks awesome. Yeah, these races just go so quick, especially in a Group 2 car. And we did the Group 1 cars here as well, and Oppa behind me having a cheeky flash as well. So it's kind of a thing that we do. So yeah, so coming through now, I'm going to end up completing the lap, and I'm going to end up finishing P3. There's a change in position in the front. Void actually ends up winning the race, so that was pretty cool for Void. I gave him 10 points for the board. And I will come through a flash of the lights now, and I'm going to finish 3rd. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I hope I was able to give you a bit of a talk through the race there. So just want to say thank you very much for watching. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll have a new live stream soon. So thank you for watching, see you soon, and take care. This is TJ.